I spend roughly 6 hours a month looking for discounts, calling the pharmacy, the manufacturer, looking for discounts. Because one of my daughter's prescriptions that she cannot go without, I would go out before she did, and I have to do several times, is $375 just for one of her prescriptions.
I'm with El Tira Arellano, I'm with Rudy Lozano. I'm for a world without borders and a better tomorrow. I'm with mothers on the move, I'm with sisters on the rise. I'm with La Peña del Bronx, keeping culture alive. I'm with the kids of the Mafia, watching a beat battle. Mean mugging all these yuppies in shorts and round sandals. I'm with parents everywhere, fighting for good schools and for all these good women to find some good news. I'm with Salvador Allende.
To your core struggle. With your finances, with feeding your kids, with choosing, hey, today, if I get myself food for the first time today, can I get my kid food tomorrow? Have you ever sat back and looked at everything and said, holy shit, I can't afford bills? Anyone? Does anyone have an answer for me? Because it looks like a lot of no's at the moment. Because that's what a lot of your employees are facing. And Mike, you sit here and you smirk at me, but you know, I know you know who Kevin Gearhart is. He was one of the most hard-working men for this company for 12 years. This is the man who got Employee of the Month more than anyone. This is the man who got to shake hands and rub elbows with the company representing this place. And where is he? He turned in his badge 2 weeks ago because he couldn't take it anymore. Because he was going to be forced to go to third shift or take a massive pay cut. Because, Mike, our lovely general manager, I really want to know. When you pulled up in your real nice white car and Kevin said, hey man, that's a nice car, why'd you say, thanks man, with enough hard work and dedication you can buy me a new one next year?
I never said that. I don't have a white car. So.
Back to what I was going with. My daughter, my 16-month-old love of my life, she has a pulmonologist, she has a cardiologist, she has an ENT, because for some reason, her aorta may be wrapped around her trachea. You know what happens as you grow? All those things get bigger, but you know what happens to that aorta? It stretches, and it stretches, and if it's not fixed, it rips. And what happens when it rips? My child dies. My child dies in my arms if that happens. And I can't even afford to take her to the doctors. I can't. She had a cardiologist appointment at the beginning of the year, and you know what? I have a massive bill sitting on my counter because I knew that taking her to this appointment and making sure that my kid doesn't die is more important than me eating for the next 3 weeks. My family, so my kids survive and thrive and are healthy and happy and loved. My boyfriend and I go days without eating. And do you know how hard it is to come in here and I have my Apple Watch, I won't lie, it was a gift. It was a gift from my mother, but it tracks my steps. You know I walk roughly 30 miles in this place in an 8-hour shift. How are you supposed to do that when you don't even have money to eat so you can have the energy to continue to do your job, to just basically strive for the bare minimum to make what you need to feed your kids? And frankly, I don't think a single one of you has ever had to struggle with a decision like that. But that's a struggle a lot of us face daily. Daily. So I sit here and I ask you guys, do better for us. Please. Because my kids deserve better than this. I deserve better than this. We all deserve better than this! It's nothing against you guys, but but you are the forefront of what leaves us with these conditions. You are the ones that can say, okay, can we give a little more here? Can we give a little more there? Can we make these families able to just basically survive without starving? We just want better, guys. I appreciate your time.
Hi, I'm Vicki Pope from Indianapolis. I work at Pike Township Schools. I'm here to represent the Indiana grant workers for being not getting what they deserve to have, and I'm just here to fight with them. Hello, I'm glad to be here.
Hello, my name is Tonda Ems. I'm from Caesars, Southern Indiana. I've been with Caesars, Southern Indiana for 17 years. I work in the EVS department, and I'm here to show support for my brothers and sisters to say they deserve better pay, they deserve better health insurance, they deserve to be able to feed their children at night before they send them to bed hungry, and they deserve to be able to put a roof over their head, food on their table, clothes on their back, keep their lights on, keep their water on. They deserve better. It's time for better.
My name is Jackie Gibson. I'm from Caesars, Indiana. I've been there almost 20 years. I'm here to support them because they support us. We're all supporting each other. We deserve better. Better insurance, better pay. Like I said, we all deserve better. They make it, we deserve it.
Yes.
Yes, my name is Dolores Lewis. I started with Caesars in 1994. Over the years, things have really gotten bad. I came out here to work for Centaur, and then Caesars bought it out. I only make $11 an hour with this place. I was a dealer before in Joliet and different properties. And right now, they overwork us and really underpay us. We are doing 3 different departments' job and still getting $11 an hour. We need help. I can't afford the medicines. I can't even afford deductible. And I'm just hoping that we get to the fight to the end. I'm going to stand to the end. That is my commitment. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you all.
My name is Kristen Jones, and I'm the Indianapolis City County Councilor for District 16. And first of all, I just want to applaud the employees for having the courage to get up here and tell their stories today. I know that takes a lot to face this crowd, and I just want to thank them for that. And the reason that I ran for this office was to represent these folks here today. I've been doing this for many years, and it is an honor to represent them. And I have one constituent here with me today, and healthcare is a huge issue in our district, a huge issue in our state. And I'm standing here in solidarity with all these workers today. And your success is because everyone that you're looking at, I want you to look at them, look in their faces, hear their stories. Your success, your bottom line number, is because of every one of these workers here today. When someone is walking through their door, it's because of their faces, their smiling faces, the food they eat, the cleanliness that you heard about today, and their experience. It's because of these people in this room that people are coming back into your establishment. It's not because of the people in the offices. It's because of every single person in here. And this is just a small percentage that's represented here. There's so many more of these wonderful faces that are helping you be successful. So because of your success, please help their quality of life. That story that you just heard, please help her family. Please help her get a knee replacement. You're successful because of them. So please help their quality of life. Insurance should be, it should be a no-brainer for us. I'm a union member. I just joined AFSCME. Are you a W household as well? I have a pre-existing condition. My daughter has a pre-existing condition. I don't know where my family would have been without our insurance. We probably would have been bankrupt. It's something that families deal with. Everyone is just one step away from a medical catastrophe. And so every single person in here is a story. Their family is a story, and they struggle. No one in this room should have to determine between eating and a medical prescription. No one. And every single one of you has a moral obligation to every single person in this room. And now that I'm elected, because that's why I run, I'm representing them, and I'm going to demand that of them. And I'm not giving up because I'm relentless. And I represent them. I'm a Unite Here endorsed candidate. I'm going to stand behind them, and now I'm here to fight for them. So I'm not going away. So their fight is my fight. And so I implore of you, please listen to their stories. Please take it to heart. I don't know if you have children. I don't know what your family stories are. I don't know if you have pre-existing conditions. I don't know if you have medical conditions in your family. But as I said, go home and think about them. Think about next time that you pick up a prescription, how much is it? Think about next time you go out to dinner, next time you go to the store, when you're doing your family budget. Think about these families. Think about how much that they make, and they have to make those tough decisions. You know, I have 2 children, and I cannot imagine having to make that decision between eating and the prescriptions and surgeries and doctor bills. These are tough decisions. These are life-altering decisions. And no one in this room, no one in the world deserves to have to make those decisions. But please, I absolutely implore you, and I'm not going away, so their fight is my fight, and I just beg of you that you have a moral obligation to look deep down in your heart and to please do this for them. I thank you.
We appreciate you helping us out here tremendously. I actually live in your district, and I did vote for you.
Thank you.
My name is Michael Kurtz. I am a union rep at a local university. We are here today to support everybody here for what they need to do to survive with. I know where you're coming from. You hit my heart. I almost lost my wife because of breast cancer. I paid out of my pocket for everything that she needed. She had 3 different types of cancer in 5 years and survived all of them. It's not because of this union right here today, she would not have survived. I know where she's coming from. I know where I'm coming from. I know where every person in this room is coming from. I love my kids to death, and I love my wife to death. I'd do anything for them. I've gone without eating. I know where you're coming from. I work at a university and I get free food for lunch. I took my food home to feed my wife. I went without eating a lot. I'm a big boy. I'm not saying I'm not. I'm a big guy. Always have been my entire life. A lot of people here, these people back here knows what it feels like to without eating. Do you? Do you know what it feels like to go hungry? I see some of you, no disrespect. You haven't gone without eating. We are here to fight for what's right for these people. And we just want everybody to be happy. Yes? Yes. Yes. You don't have jobs. That's what it really comes down to. My university is the same way. Without us, it's not a university. Stuff does not get fixed. I'm the maintenance man there. I know what it's all about. Been a maintenance man my entire life. You know, love doing maintenance, love talking to the kids, helping the kids where I can. You know, it took almost 8 years now. I paid off my last bill for my wife's cancer 3 weeks ago. That's hard. That's hard to do. I'm sorry. Thank you for listening to all of us. We appreciate your time.
I'm Terry. I've been at this casino since day one when the doors opened over 11 years ago. As I look up here, there's not hardly anybody up here that doesn't know who I am. I make myself pretty well known in the casino. I work in the VIP room, and I work so hard to take care of your VIPs and to do what's right and keep them coming back. There's some that are in there daily. They come in, they give me hugs. I know what they want to drink. I know what they like. If we don't have something, I find it for them. I go above and beyond to take care of these people. I worked in the buffet for 10 years. I have been at this property for over 11 years, and I make less than $10 an hour. I can't make it on my own. My daughter had to move in with me to help me. I have pre-existing conditions. I have fibromyalgia, which I have to take pain medication on a daily basis to get out of bed and to come to work, and I work average of 45 hours a week. I love my job. I love my job so much. I love getting up and coming to work, doing my job. I love all the people here. I love all of you guys. You know, I always greet you and say hi, and Lenny, she's the second best hugger in this whole casino. Second, because Brian's number one. But I can't make it on what I bring home. Even working overtime every single week, I can't make it on what I bring home by myself. I am single. My prescriptions are high. It's hard to pay. I've got to borrow money from my other kids. And I'm their mother. I should be helping them when they need help, not the other way around. So I am 100% behind this union. I've seen lots of stuff happen in the last 11 years. Things are not getting better, and we deserve better. We do everything better.
So we know that you're here fighting for a union contract today. We just want to know what the working conditions are like in this specific casino.
The working conditions depends on the unit that you're working in, what department you're working in. I personally work in the TMDR, which is the employee dining room. It's a stressful place to work in, where I'm at. The leadership, number one, could be a lot more solid, and that's just my opinion. Making sure everybody knows what they're doing. Communication is a very difficult thing in the food beverage department, unless you're like in banquets or something like that. But in my immediate department, where I'm a cook, a lot of times communication is very bad. They just don't communicate with us as much as they should and tell us the things that we definitely need to know. I'm fighting for better wages because we work our butts off and we aren't getting paid like we should. Even if you were a beginner coming in with no education or about cooking at all, it's just that the starting wages is what keep our turnover so high. Because once an individual comes in and finds out all that they have to do, they leave. They say they're not going to work for that amount.
So there's a high volume of work and low pay.
Yes.
Is that a big issue within all departments?
Most of the departments, yes.
Okay. So what's a typical day like here?
A typical day for me?
Yeah.
It depends on how I come in. If I come in singing and praising God, I usually have a pretty good day. Today I came in that way though, and things turned. Everybody knows we're having the virus thing going on, and they're making special, things, changing things, try to keep everybody safe in there. But their communication of how we're going to do it, what we're going to do, we know why we're going to do it, but what we're going to do and how we're going to do, they didn't have it together themselves. So I was going to walk out today.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And
so you're specifically talking about communication from management
to employee, yes.
So,
I'm sorry if you already told us, but how long have you worked here, if I may ask?
6 years, April 23rd.
And how have pay increases been?
I'm not making what I should be making. I've had to train supervisors. I'm a cook one. Why should I be training a supervisor that you hire in?
What's cook one? What does that mean?
The lowest one on the totem pole.
Oh, okay.
In the cook department.
So how many levels does it go up?
It's 1, 2, 3, then supervisors, then the chefs, sous chefs.
So do you feel like you're very unappreciated at this job, in this casino?
As far as company towards employee, yes. If you talked about on an individual basis, person to person, I have different encounters with different ones. I'm taught to love everybody regardless of how they treat me or whatever. That don't mean I don't get angry. That doesn't mean that there aren't days that I have to go in a closet or someplace and scream, because I do, in order to make it through the day. But I go in my closet, I pray, and I come back and I continue. I cook because it's something I love. It's a passion of mine. I have two passions, cooking and singing. Okay, so, and they're both kind of equal, but I love what I do, and I love serving people. I love being able to be a servant of the people. That's what I'm supposed to do.
And as far as the contract, fighting for a contract today, what are some things that you would like to see changed here?
I want to see our pay come out to be a fair amount. I want to see our insurance definitely change. We need better insurance. People like me just can't make it. My credit score is terrible, and it's all because of medical debt. I want to see just better treatment. Like, we work all holidays. Every holiday is called a blackout day. We have to be here. If we're not here and we're on the schedule, we get pointed. 3 points, 8 points, you lose your job. Okay? We don't get paid time and a half if it ain't Christmas. I think we get time and a half for New Year's. I ain't sure. But I know Christmas, but all the rest of them, it's just straight time.
Okay, and lastly, are there any messages that you would like to share with our audience that want to support you or help with your coworkers here?
We're in a struggle, we're in a battle, and we've won our union. We need to win. We need to have our contract signed, and it needs to be a contract where everybody here will be able to have better lives. Having coworkers knowing that they're going home to children that they really can't feed and everything is a heartbreaking thing. With me, if it wasn't for the fact that I share housing and share bills with a daughter and a granddaughter, I wouldn't be able to make it. I couldn't live on my own on what I make. And as far as the public is concerned, when you come in and you see one of us, don't forget to give us a smile, because we work hard, and most of the time it's because we like serving the people.
Well, thank you so much for your time.
You're so welcome.
Hi, I'm David Moore. I work at Southern Caesars, Indiana. I've been there 21 years. I'm a cocktail server. I'm here today to show support to people here for their contracts, to help them try and get better also. Thank you.
I am also here with Caesars Southern Indiana. I have been there for 12 years. I started in at $4.50 an hour. I'm at $6.68. On behalf of the tipped positions, I was in there through the recession. I took a layoff. I loved my job. I came back. I was the last one that they called back. They laid off 22 of our part-time people. I came back because I loved my job. It took me 12 years to save to be able to buy a house. I did that with a grandfather passing away and leaving me some money to help me to be able to do that. Tipped positions also need better raises. I've had a 3-cent raise because I was a tipped position. During that recession, my money was not guaranteed. If people weren't in there, if they weren't spending money, they weren't tipping. If we don't have the people, just like right now with the coronavirus, you have tipped people, that is going to affect more than anyone. Because if people aren't coming, they aren't making the money. Just keep that into consideration too. You have tipped positions that are making even less on the hour. And if people aren't here and they do come in and they do their job, they have to have the guests, and the guests aren't always here for those people.
Gibson from Caesars, Indiana. Here to support everyone. I've been there. August will be 20 years. I make $14.81 an hour. Our insurance is really, really bad, and it's getting performance. Our insurance is going up more than our raises is. You know, like I tried to explain to them, we got a 24-cent raise, which made it $19 more in my paycheck. Insurance goes up $27 a pay period. I mean, every year it goes up. And I sat there and done the math from back to 2007 to today. And on an 80-hour 2-week pay period, there's a $58 difference in my paychecks because of the insurance going up every year. And the deductible goes up, and you know, as long as they got, you know, we deserve better. I mean, the insurance is horrible. Unless the insurance is coming out of y'all's pocket, I don't see why come y'all don't get better. Really.
Hi, I'm Martin Green. I work at Caesars Southern Indiana. I've been a tech down there for 21 years. I don't do too bad financially myself, but I can see all my brothers and sisters struggling to get by. We all know that $10 or $12 an hour is enough to make ends meet or afford your health care premiums or upfront collectibles and whatnot. So I'm just here in support of them, staying with them. I mean, I'm proud to work at Caesars. I've been doing it a long time. And this company made $2 billion in profits last year. I'm just standing with these. We're going to stand together until we can share a little bit of that success with everyone else.
I'm Tim Morris. I'm with the Greater Louisville Central Labor Council. I came up here about 2 hours with some of my brothers from United Here and Teamsters, and I am here to represent the more than 54,000 union members and their families that we represent down in Louisville, Kentucky, and more than 50 unions that we represent are affiliated with the Greater Louisville Central Labor Council. I myself have been sitting here listening to difficult story. And if I've been listening to stories that I've experienced. At the age of 6, I found my father after he shot himself. He died in my arms. And my family couldn't afford to eat. My mom struggled every day. She had 3 kids to take care of. And the struggles that these workers are going through, they should never have to go through that. And if y'all don't see that, if none of you can hear exactly what they're saying with not only their words, with their hearts, with their emotions, with everything they feel, then I don't want to know you. Very frankly, I don't want to know you. Because this is what a human being is. This is what hope is. You, every single one of you standing together, united, fighting for a better life for not only you, not only your family, but every single one of the workers that we are here representing and every worker. Unions raise the standard of living for everyone. Always remember that.
Right.
I'm here to say that these workers deserve better. You can see right now that with the coronavirus, everyone is now suddenly worried about paid sick leave, about how they're going to take care of their families, about all these folks that disinfect all of everything around here. And clean up. Make sure that none of these customers get the coronavirus. Nobody, so that they don't have to be afraid. These folks in here they're afraid for their families. Not because of coronavirus, but because they don't make enough to be able to live. Right now, we can stand together. We can work together to make sure that these workers have a better life. And I'm proud to stand up here with every single one of you and the power and bravery that every single one of you that spoke today. I am so proud of you. Remember that every single one of these folks in here are your brothers, are your sisters, and that we will stand together and we will get a good contract for every single one of you.
My name's Benjamin, and I'm here on behalf of the IWW to try and get it into your heads. These are more than just employees. These are human beings, that they are essential for you to afford the luxuries of full pantries, heated houses in the middle of winter, the choice that to know I can go to the hospital if I have the sniffles. Because of these human beings, you have the ability to not even worry about having to choose between life-saving medicine and food. These people are just asking for the bare necessities so they can survive. How is this so hard to give? Everyone can work together to achieve greatness. You have the power. Without these human beings, you make no money.
Yeah.
Period. So it is time you give these human beings the respect and the dignity that they are deserving and that they are owed. You are lucky that what they are asking is only for the bare minimum. They deserve so much more.
Good afternoon, brothers and sisters. My name is Stephen Piercy. I'm here on behalf of Teamsters Local 89 in Louisville, Kentucky. I represent the slot attendants at Caesars Southern Indiana. I had some who were planning to be here today, and the company wouldn't let them off. Go figure. I've heard a lot of you guys say that, these guys up here are your friends, and honestly, I have no idea how. The righteous fury I feel just by listening to your stories is boiling my blood right now. No one should ever be in a position like you are in. This company is rich.
Yep. That's right.
And they only are rich because of you.
That's right.
I know a lot of you are new to the labor movement because you just unionized. I'm excited beyond words about that. So I want to make sure you know this is what unions are.
Yeah, that's right.
They are an injury is to one of us, an injury is to all of us. I'd like to have a challenge to our management friends up here that I doubt they'll accept. Would you like to switch paychecks with your workers for a week?
When we go to negotiate contract, I hope that you don't pretend like you don't know what we need. We need better insurance, we need better pay. So all of these stories have made it really clear what we need. We appreciate you coming and listening to us.
I think it's been more than clear what's going on here and what your employees need.
I would like to encourage any of you standing up there to look your child in the face tonight when you put them in bed hungry. I would encourage any of you all to be able to look at your wife and say, put them to bed, there's no food in the house. You all get to eat at work. Your babies don't always get to eat.
That's right.
Go home and face your kid tonight. Send them to bed hungry because these workers are doing that. You all should be ashamed of yourself.
Amen.
some love for all those that came out of town? From out of town? Give me a yell if you came up from the Caesars, Southern Indiana.
Woo! We did that. Come on.
Caesars, Southern Indiana. If you came out because you're one of our allies from Indianapolis. If you're a Unite Here Local 23 member. came a long ways from Biloxi, Mississippi. And last but of course not least, if you're right here at the Indiana ground, you're ready to fight for a contract, I want to hear you. All right, this is the first action, but it ain't gonna be the last action, so let's let them know it. We'll be back! 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 Thank you everybody for coming. Share it on social media. We'll let you know when the next action is.
This was brought to you by the Media Committee of the Indiana Communist Party USA. If you like what you just saw, check us out on the web at cpusa.org or at peoplesworld.org. We also have a YouTube channel. It's Indie CPUSA. And on Facebook, we're the Indiana Communist Party CPUSA.